Paul, give us your thoughts on the game today.
The first 10 minutes, poor, nervy, didn't really play the occasion well enough, and the last 10 minutes we sort of underperformed. I didn't think we had enough in the last 10 minutes. The lads looked a bit off it last 10 minutes, but the other 70 I thought we were pretty good. And I stand here sounding like an idiot because we lost 2-0, but Ipswich scored a very good counter-attack goal, which if I wasn't the manager of the other dugout, I'd have applauded. It was a very good goal, and their players just a little bit quicker than ours, really, on the counter-attack. And then second half, we had a really good chance at the near the end of the first half with Didsy, and if you get that, because I thought the lads settled into the game really well after the start. And because, psychology is key in sport, but, the lads come into this game not fully confident. You can say you are, you can do whatever you want, but they're human beings. They were a little bit nervy, but like I said, I thought they played their way into it pretty well. And then start of the second half, I thought we were bright second half again, had a little bit more confidence, and had a right go. And the massive turning point for me is, and if anyone watches the replay, and it's not me bit of grapes because I never come out and complain about things, really was the disallowed goal. If we'd have scored that, the place was alight. I just thought, right, we've got the game here, and that's the thing. The Ipswich all of a sudden feel a bit fallible, and oh my God, this is a different game, and that's how games swing on goals, really, obviously. So it was disappointing that wasn't given, and then obviously we're trying to throw bodies forward, and you're always open to the counter. And like I said earlier, because Burns on the right is an outstanding player, and they just had more pace and power. And fundamentally, they're another couple of windows down. This time last year, they were trying to get the foundations, and the same with Sheffield Wednesday possibly. They've signed their players, they're playing away, got experience, got some really good players, a really good squad. And, earlier in the week, I think they're the best team in the league. And today, I still think that. Look, we've dropped out of the playoffs. I know it's goal difference, but we have. But luckily for us, in the last 7 games, apart from possibly the last one, we don't play any one of Ipswich Town's ilk. And if we would have played anybody else today at that level of play, we might have won. So that's what I've asked the lads. Don't go home negative. I mean, I appreciate how down people are going to be when they see me do this interview, but there's no point going down negative street. You've got to keep positive. You've got 7 games, and if you can win a lot of them, you give yourself a right chance, and it will take us into the playoffs. But, fundamentally, we lost a game. And I hate to say it, possibly against the better team.
There's no doubt that the disallowed goal was a massive moment in the game. We were baffled on commentary as to why. Lots of supporters have been asking me on the way out. Have you had any explanation as to why it was disallowed?
Yeah, I have. In fairness, if you ever watch managers or watch Match of the Day, whenever a goal goes in, the first thing they do is look at the lino, because if the lino flags or something, you're like, oh, but you only do that if you're expecting something. Do you know what I mean? You think, oh, that could have been, oh no, it's not, thank goodness. I didn't even look at the lines, but I couldn't see anything wrong with it. The lads have been working really hard on them this week, to be fair to them, and the fourth official told me there's a foul on the goalkeeper. We've got the joy of, on the side of the pitch, an iPad that we can rewind. There isn't a foul on the goalkeeper, and when people watch this back tonight or on your highlight show, will see themselves there isn't a foul, and that is a massive decision. I've been told, and I don't know if it's true, but an official's apologised going up the tunnel thinking I might have got this wrong, but these are monumental decisions. Apologised to me for the Plymouth penalty, and I sound like I'm whinging now, but they're big decisions. You come away with Plymouth from a point, you come away today with a point, potentially 3 points, and they add up. And today I am hugely disappointed with that decision, because I do believe early in the second half to get that goal, which our play deserved over the course of 90 minutes, would have given us a right boost and we'd have gone for it. Or maybe Ipswich would have gone for it and ripped us apart, who knows. But it's disappointing when a goal is taken off for a linesman from 40 yards away who thinks he's seen something and then now realise he might not have, which is pretty amazing. From the moment he's given the decision to the moment he's up the tunnel, he thinks it might have got it wrong. I don't understand what he's seen or heard since to change his mind.
You changed the system today. We're not seeing the back three for a while. Was that specifically because of Ipswich, and how did you feel it went?
Yeah, a little bit and a little bit. Look, if you keep doing the same thing and expect a different result, you're insane. So it's either change the personnel or change the shape or change a bit of both. I just, it's easy to say now the game's over. I just thought we'd looked a little bit leggy in recent weeks. I thought against Ipswich, obviously they create a lot of chances. They play with 2 10s, so that's a problem if you play with a back 4, because if you run off, you can't deal with everything a striker and 2 10s unless you play with 2 sitters. But we just thought that way, if we could get Nat high up the pitch on one side, and obviously Hayden had to sort of stay at home with Burns. He's their threat down this side, and try and match him up in the midfield, but allow a striker to help in the box. So that was our theory, and in fairness, tactically, I don't think we lost the game. Tactically, we lost the game because in crucial moments they might have been better. So that's the disappointment. But we asked Runes to play right centre half. He cramped up again, bless him. So that's sad, because after the initial part of the game, I thought he grew into it. And obviously, it's a system that I like. But yeah, generally speaking, I was really pleased with the performance. It felt better to me than the second half did at Peterborough last week, and we did feel like we had more of a cutting edge. Playing Colo up top with Didsy, it allows Didsy to have the sort of free role to try and make things happen, and Colo's in the box. So I was pleased with a lot of our play today, and if I came in here losing the game, I'm not a bad loser, I'm never a bad loser, but if I came in here on the back of a good run and we lost it because of that today, I think there wasn't a lot wrong, but because we're on a dodge pot run, it makes it feel a little bit harder to swallow, and even more so because of the disallowed goal. They are massive turning points. I'm not talking about a free kick on the halfway line, I'm talking about the prized little golden eggs, and so that's disappointing, and I think the lads deserve something out of the game.
Just finally, you touched on it a little bit earlier, but was today a little bit like hopefully looking into the future, looking at Ipswich and the age profile and the intensity and the fact they've had time to build that squad?
Yeah, it's an outstanding team, isn't it? Everyone knows I had Feli Ladapo as an unbelievable striker in League One, and he's on their bench, and he can score 20 plus goals at at any level at any time. So. And obviously I had Hursty as well. So they've got threat up top, but they've got pace, and they've just got guile. Is probably the nicest compliment I can have, and that is what you get with when you go shopping, really. So that is where we want to be to in a year's time. I played against Ipswich last year, beat them at home a few games from the end of the season, and I could see the way they wanted to play and who they wanted to sign, and they've stuck with it, so to speak, and 12 months later they're bearing the fruit, because their performance was very good, but it had to be good to beat us, and it was. And like I said, on another day we played a different opposition, we'd probably come in all singing and dancing. But fair play to them, and obviously I wish them all the luck, but I don't think we'll play a better team between now and the end of the season. And if we had to play them in the playoff final, let's say, if we got that far, then hopefully the decisions might go our way, and it might be a different outcome. And that's how I leave the ground today. I could leave the ground all disappointed and angry, and I don't know, abusing myself or something, but that's not the case. I think the lads had part of the game really good against a very good team, and we've come up short, unfortunately, but we've got a lot of opportunities to put it right. And that's, I've told the lads to take a turn down Positive Street. There's no point going down this one where everything's doom and gloom. Look, another game next week, let's see what we get.